Hi everyone, this is Killshot 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 12 recap, live fan reactions. There's going to be a lot of reactions tonight. I know, ever since the spoilers came out, people were trying to table their emotions, but this is what it's all about. It's when all of us get together, and some of us knew the spoilers, some of you watched it Friday night, some of you watched it Saturday, but now's the time that the word is out. Everybody knows what's going on. We're going to talk about the episode. Before we get too far into it, how about a super special shout out to my Patreon army up there. Thanks for everything that you guys do. Also the PDL sponsors. All right, everybody, let's get into it. I know probably the biggest reaction is the way the show ended, but there's a lot more to talk about that happened throughout. Certainly the emotion with Earl, where was Ezekiel, Nabila, where's my kids, where my baby's at? And then I thought it was very well done to kind of set up that kind of when Lydia's going to open the door, when Alpha's going to go there. I can't help but think that some people are going to feel a little bit sorry for Alpha. I know I didn't want to say that. I don't, because she was going to kill Lydia anyway. But I think the way it happened, there's certainly going to be some of that in some people's minds. We got E-Beach, hello, Army. This episode was insane. I think when we do our recap, we're probably going to ask the question, is this the best episode ever? So we'll talk about that later on in the week. But here's the question I have for you guys. Who is going to rate this under a 10? I thought it was fantastic. I thought it had everything. Everything was great except for that one, 8-minute span of commercials right at the very end. That was, it was everything, right? Other than that little commercial break, making you wait till the very end, I thought was phenomenal. We got Angie Homan. Thank you so much. Angie says, hey, 999. Woohoo! Eric Beach giving it a 15 out of 10. You guys are all over the board. We got 10s, 12s, 13s, 11s. So, you know what? There's no Talking Dead for a little while, but guess what? We're Talking Dead. We are right here, right now. So this is all the interaction you need. We got some of the best fans in the world right here in this stream. So you guys all sit down on your sofa. You guys are on the couch tonight, and we're going to extend our reaction a little bit longer tonight just to get some of those emotions out there. I see D-Train. Come on. You ain't giving it no 9.5. Up that score, D-Train. Come on. Certainly, where do you guys want to begin? So, okay, here's the rule. Other than the Alpha death, what was the biggest shock, surprise? What was the most moving part of tonight's episode? I hate, absolutely, despise it, I guess is the word, gives me cold chills. I hate that they make them turn. It is almost a sick, perverted way of feeling like they take advantage of them by not killing them. You know what I mean? I don't want to go out and say it, but when you kill somebody and you sit there and watch them turn, it is like the most disgusting, perverse thing that you can do to a person. And knowing that she doesn't want to walk with them, she doesn't want to be one of the guardians. And that's just what he was going to make her do. Eric Beach, I thought the episode was perfect. But yeah, I did not. The Gamma part really got me. The Earl thing, I was a little prepared for the Earl thing. And you know what? Even knowing the spoilers, the Earl part didn't really, I like Earl, but Earl didn't really move me one way or the other. But I got to tell you, the Gamma story, and she killed her sister. I mean, that's bad. We forgave her pretty easily for that. But other than that, the fact that she got to hold Adam, she gave her life almost, a lot of people have been asking for the Andrea, like who's going to take Andrea's place. Did you guys feel like Gamma was like a mini Andrea scene? Maybe we won't see we could still see it from Rosita. I mean, Rosita might take the fall. But the fact that she didn't get in the little SUV and she walked away, I felt like that was kind of like the Andrea sacrifice. We got Steve Smitherman in the house. What's up, Steve? This episode was a 10 for 10 for me. Top 5 episode would be so much more if they didn't do spoilers. Steve, it's a tough one, right? Because those of you that have been around our channel for a long time, you know that we're not a spoiler channel. We're not a spoiler site, but we do use the spoilers because they're out there. If they weren't out there, we certainly could live without them. There's no doubt. I could live without spoilers in my life, but because they are there, we've kind of made the best of it, and we say, hey, Thursday night, we're going to confirm everything. On a completely different note, and I don't know who this is. It wasn't my buddy George Drake, but somebody, and if you guys saw it, I want to apologize for them. Somebody that has about 2,000 subscribers, and he calls himself Walking Dead something. This asshat actually did a video that said Negan kills Alpha in episode 12. And that's the first thing that showed up in my news feed this morning. Luckily, I knew, but I'm just wondering, did any of you see that did not know the spoiler and that was your morning newspaper? Did anybody see that? Very first thing that showed up in my news feed this morning. I was shocked. I'm like, how is that even? And look, hey, dude got 250,000 views. So I guess that's what he was after. But yeah, that was, and I think out of those 250,000 views, it was probably just people chewing his ass out for posting. I mean, and it had the picture of Alpha's throat slit. That was the main cover. So how that stood, I have no idea. That's the first thing that I saw. Just thought it was interesting. Ecom, was this Judas' first human kill? One was out of self-defense at Hilltop, and one out of mercy with Earl. Hats off to Kaylee Fleming. Yeah, oh man. I got to tell you, Judith, every time I see a scene she does, one, I'm blown away that the acting is phenomenal. But number two, boy, do they write great scenes for her. I don't know that there's a character on the show that they have stepped up their game so much. The combination of her acting and the scenes they put her in are phenomenal. And she does it so well. She just hesitates. Like it's you feel like you're in the moment. So tonight's reaction video, we're going to get your thoughts included. So please, I'll jump around quite a bit. I want to get as many thoughts. If I don't get a chance to call on you, hey, certainly interact with each other. I see Chris Rainig and Darlene Rainig in the house. Also, Green Team, can you guys do me a favor? Well, I got a ton of people here. I want to shout out our super fans of the month. So our super fans are Father Ron. Our super fans are Deadly Dimes. Our super fans are Bonnie, B-Dub, and also longtime supporters of our channel, Chris and Darlene Rainig. Been here for a long time, so I want to thank you guys as well. And it is a singing emoji because, I don't know, Chris really likes it when we do some of our streams and we just start singing. If you guys are brand new to our reaction videos or our channel, we do a little bit of everything. We do gaming, we do Walking Dead, we do reactions, we do recaps, we do bold predictions, we do trivia, we do random things, you name it. We're just an awesome group of people, and I'm not saying me, I'm mainly because of you guys. We're an awesome group, though, that likes to hang out and just chill and have a good time and talk about whether it's Walking Dead or whatever we want to talk about. Not enough fun in the world these days, so we just try to bring the fun and let everybody hang out around a good, mature group of people. So get to a couple more comments. Marcus Martinez, been a while, so I've been a part of a stream after an episode. Appreciate you being back, Marcus. Thank you. Phoenix Black says, did I miss something or did they not show when Earl got bit? I don't think they showed it either. At least if they did, I didn't catch it last week. Phoenix, I think it was just kind of, you saw him shaking a little bit. You saw him turning pale. And then, of course, the reveal with the arm. I don't think they showed it anywhere. It was more as a build-up. And how he was, hey, Earl's a trooper, right? I mean, he got those kids off. If you think about it in hindsight, he got those kids there. He got them some water. He tried to comfort them. And he knew he was dying. So Earl's pretty strong to last that long knowing he had a walker bite. Bonnie Wright, thank you so much. B-Dub, appreciate you. Love you guys as well. Awesome group of people here. So you guys hang out with us. I know Marcus said it's been a while since he caught a live stream. That's all we do is live stream now. So, and there's a reason to it. And no offense to other people. I mean, you can do 4-minute videos and 5-minute videos. But our group, what we're really about is your thoughts and your opinions, which is why we just live stream now. So, I want to get your thoughts. I want to get your opinions included in as much as we can. And with that being said, how about Donna Soward says Thora Birch was on point? Yeah, I didn't kind of zoom in to see how they do the effects, or she had a stunt double. But that walker mechanism, the way she got up after she turned, that was even good too. But I know it's symbolic in nature that Aaron wanted to shoot Gamma to put her out of her misery, and that's important. But was I the only one, Alden, that Alden shot Gamma, but I was screaming I wanted Alden to shoot Beta. I'm thinking shoot Beta first and then go back and kill Gamma. Extra 10 seconds. She's already turned, but just give it a few more. I wanted him to shoot Beta. But I understand. I understand why he did it. Matt Musgrave, I hope they show Carol letting Negan out, making a plan like they did with Alpha and Dante. I don't think, I don't know. I don't know if they would go back and do that, Matt. I don't think it's necessary because that whole line is just meant to bring closure to it. There were several things that were really good. So they did manage to get Frowny McTwo-Knives into it. They did manage to bring closure. There were a lot of good tidbits of information. They brought closure to the Beta being the country music singer. They brought closure to Carol. Took you long enough. But I'm wondering if now Carol has to put in some type of good word for Negan. I'm just curious what's next. So, E-Beach, what are we going to do with Negan now? That's a great question. It's harder for me to sort of predict it now because we just saw Negan do this great heroic thing. But I still don't feel like he's going to be back with the group. I don't think he's going to be accepted by everybody. And I still think we got a Maggie problem on our hands. So I'm not saying he's a bad person. In fact, it's the opposite. We kind of saw his character building. I do think what he did is going to be appreciated. I still don't think that they need him or want him. It's just my thought. I think as fans, we want him, right? And we need him on the show. But the Alexandria group, I think he's going to go in a different direction. That's a good point. Ecom. You know what? Ecom, will Miko defend him as a lawyer? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? She's a lawyer. Maybe she can get the group to forgive him. Yeah, great stuff. Once again, it's going to be a little bit of extended reaction stream, so get your thoughts, get your comments included. I'm jumping around all over the place, so if I see your comment, I will read it out and we'll discuss it a little bit. Better call Miko instead of Saul. Good one. Good one. Appreciate that, Hippo. Hippo's on fire tonight. Lydia might hang with Negan. Now, see, that's what's got me thinking a little bit. Lydia and Negan are both outcasts, and I think there's zero chance. See, this is where I think the story could get very, very entertaining. And I know some of you are going to say, look, our group has taken people in the past, but some of the Whisperers I'm not sure about. So why not just have Negan and Lydia, they trust the Whisperers more than the rest of them. Maybe Negan and Lydia can just temporarily take care of the Whisperers until everything is safe. Yeah, Robin, I don't know. I kind of... Robin says, I thought Alpha's death was blah, Earl's was better. Well, look, we saw several types of death here. So for me, it was okay. For me, it was actually perfect, Robin, and I'll tell you why. Because Beta got the sneak attack on Gamma. Got the knife. So you had that. Then you had Earl and sort of him going through the stages. And then you had Alpha, which was more meant as a kind of a dying light. You know, you saw Negan walking up behind her with a knife. So I think at that point, it was more the build up to it. I mean, I don't think that once Alpha went to the door, even the people that didn't know the spoilers, when you saw Negan walking up behind her with a knife, I think at that moment everybody said, this is going down. This is the way it's going to happen. So her death was not meant to be vile and brutal. It was actually meant Negan had a connection with her. And you guys may disagree with this. He liked her. I think he certainly did what he had to do. Eric says Beta needs to be handled. Certainly he does. But let me ask the group, and because my opinion, I certainly feel pretty strongly about my opinion, but I want to ask you. How many people think Negan was just playing the role the whole time, and how many people think he really wanted to change her? He really wanted to coexist with her. That he saw some of his wife, and I'm going to say this too, the fact that Alpha was bald, and he touched on this, I think that's why he told her the story about the pancreatic cancer, is he even said when she lost her hair, she was more beautiful to him than ever. And I think that her appearance and her toughness was something he really, really loved. Her psychotic nature is something he hoped that he could change. But yeah, and the problem with that was, that's why I felt a little bit of sympathy for it. I don't want to say it. I don't even want to say it like that, because I hate Alpha. I hate what she did. I hate that she killed Henry. I hate that she killed those people. And I've been saying this for a year. Give this video a thumbs up if you remember me saying this for the last year. And I said, they need to not make you have any sympathy for Alpha. It needs to be evil. It needs to be no question about it. We can't be called in the middle here. But sure enough, at the very end, between Negan trying to save her and her being so far mentally gone, I felt sorry for her. And I know I shouldn't, but I did. And I think that's because of Negan. I think Negan made me feel sorry for her to a certain degree because he wanted to change her. You know, he saw, well, let's think of why. Bonnie Wright says, did Nabila get burnt or bitten? I feel like she got burned. I'm hoping she got burned. But I guess we'll find out in about 2 weeks. Yeah, let me keep my fingers crossed. Yeah, I think it was from all the smoke. Yeah, Storm, I agree, is the way he... Look, even on the thumbnail we have up there right now, he kept looking at her. Well, you know what? The episode speaks for itself. If the thumbnail, or the picture we have up there right now, if Negan wanted to kill Alpha, right there, he could have done it. So what he did was he waited till he was absolutely sure that she was going to kill Lydia. When she opened that door and went in there, if she would have turned around and said, you know what, you're right, this is a bad idea, I think he would have tried to work to the next step. That's why, to me, and go back to Robin Vance's point earlier, it was very poetic. And I think he saw some of his wife, but you know what else? I think Negan saw some of himself. Let's not forget, Negan was beating people down with a baseball bat not too long ago and dancing about it. So Negan saw that he could change, and he saw that he had a path to redemption, and I think he knew with just a little bit more time, a little bit of opportunity, he might be able to change Alpha. And luckily for the story's sake, he didn't, because she needed to die. I mean, they just burnt a whole lot of people alive at Hilltop. I can't believe I'm even remotely sympathetic with, I mean, look at what she just did. It's a good point. Deadly Dime says Negan doesn't want to kill anymore. He was the best man for the job. And, I mean, he even put one of those guys out of his misery at Hilltop, and Alpha yelled at him for it. The Guardians. I don't know what she said, but she said it kind of like that. Cynthia Sexton says, I think he's doing both, but when he realized she was going to kill Lydia, he was done. Yeah. Moonshot says, kills. If Negan could have talked her into not killing them all and maybe change Alpha, what do you think would have happened? Because obviously his plan with Carol was to bring her Alpha's head. Well, we would have had a problem, because then it would have been Maggie 2.0, which does bring us to Maggie 2.0, right? Carol would not have been cool with that. And I think it just goes to show Negan has a plan, and he always has a backup plan. Like his deal with Carol, he probably made that deal to get out, saying whatever he had to say. And then he was just sort of testing the waters and seeing what it was like. And then he realized that he had no chance, so he gets a chance to be the hero. See, the nice thing about him giving Alpha's head to Carol is Carol doesn't know that he hesitated. Carol doesn't know that Negan slept with Alpha. Carol doesn't know all the behind-the-scenes stuff. But I got to say that I think I got to think that he was straddling the line. But Beta is going to absolutely lose it. Beta is going to lose it. So let's not think that we're out of the woods yet. It is going to get a lot worse. And look, I like the fact that the last couple weeks, they were already trending that way with Beta, right? You know, we called it. We said Beta needs to be a little bit more violent in order for us to really fear him. And then he goes in Alexandria and he starts cleaning house. Then he kills Gamma. I don't know if it's an apt comparison. Fear the Walking. Yeah, let's just remove him. Ben, don't time him out. I mean, this kid is just here to make silly comments. And those of you that love The Walking Dead, we're going to bar this Fear guy, whatever. I don't know who he is. But if your sole purpose is to come in a stream where people are having a good time and just be an asshat, then we're just going to have to ask you to not come here again. All right, he's gone. Okay. Because we can't compare Beta's vengeance with Alpha's vengeance because she's gone, the question I have for the group, is there time for Beta to rise to a level of Negan or the governor or Alpha, or is Beta always going to kind of be Simon? Is Beta destined to be Simon and he just doesn't have enough time to make a statement? Now, if Beta kills Rosita or Beta kills Ezekiel, then maybe that's good enough. You can't say Daryl or Carol. What would Beta have to do in a short period of time to go down in history as bad as Alpha? Is there anything? Couple good kills. Okay, let's try this one on. One of the things that we talked about several months ago was that maybe the Whispers do not fully get extinguished. Is it possible that Beta could get away and maybe show up at another time? Ben the Tin Man says, shout out. How do I say that? Do I say Dakin? All right, I'm going to go with that. Shout out to Dakin Sanders, new listener and friend of Ben Stevenson. So, Dakin, you're probably Ben Stevenson's only friend. So I'm gonna do a really, really big Dakin. Oh, there you go. Dakin. I had one shot at it. One shot at it, Ben. You could have sent me that through Messenger before I just publicized this for 10, 15,000 people to see. So, Dakin, I'm going to say you need to pick your friends more wisely because Ben just put me on the spot there. He could have been a little bit better prepared. So, I wouldn't even be friends with him any longer. No, but thank you so much. Brand new listener, and appreciate you being part of the team. Dakin, welcome to the 999 Army. This is a great, great group of people. A lot of these viewers have been here for years and years. So it's a family, man. Appreciate you being part of that. Does Beta have to die? I can't say that I care one way or the other. Like, if he dies, from the viewing audience, is it necessary that you see Beta die? We got Mel the Vulture in the house. What's up, Mel? Man, do we miss Mel the Vulture on Fear the Walking Dead. The last great episode of Fear the Walking Dead was the last episode that Mel the Vulture was in. It's fact. It's a fact. When Alicia went over to him and decided, I was like, Alicia, stop. Save him. The show needs Mel the Vulture. Mel the Vulture. What's with this Quibi ad I have to watch prior to watching a video these days, man? Hey, you know what? The fact that you watched it is important to me. I can't suggest that you watch it, but I will say as a content provider, it's better for me when you watch it than when you skip it. So appreciate that. I haven't even watched it yet, though. I'll watch the playback. Joe Fulford, I'm trying to remember, was it earlier season when Negan escaped and which episode? Sorry for forgetting. What do you guys think? Around 5? Is that when Negan got out? It was around 5 or 6 because that was the whole Brandon psycho. Joe. He got out and then he was on the walk and he met the family and then Brandon showed up. Brandon killed the family and then... So, I mean, Negan's been he's been doing his thing. I mean, he's been trying to prove himself a little more. Yeah, the circumstances, Joe, were that the next morning they were going to kill him. And they had the council meeting. Michonne was gone. And Aaron, Father G, Daryl walked in. Hey, you know how I'm going to vote. You know, Daryl was just kind of low-key about it. So we thought Daryl might have let him out. Or Lydia. But then Daryl was watching Lydia, and that didn't happen. And then at least we got some closure. It was Carol. And, you know, I know it wasn't said verbatim, but how many people thought that Carol's conversation with Eugene was kind of a prelude to her saying, took you long enough? I thought it was 2-part. I thought when she sat down with him and said, have you ever wanted something so bad that you don't care what happens and who dies? I think part of what she was saying is that I put a lot of people at risk, and I also put a lot of people at risk freeing Negan. So I might be reading between the lines a little too much, but I think that was meant to kind of go hand in hand of that sort of prepping you for it and then, you know, the closure to it. Barbara, super group, super mod. Appreciate you guys. You got it, Barbara. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that shout out and that support. Love hanging out with you guys talking about The Walking Dead. And this question comes up. I don't know why this question still comes up, but we've been playing a phenomenal game that we created. We have a great time playing it called Play Dead Live. And I still get messages from people, and they say, hey, Kills, are after Walking Dead, are you still doing the new series? Are you still doing Fear the Walking Dead? Well, filming's been suspended a little bit. However, when Fear the Walking Dead is on, we are going to talk about it. World Beyond, we're going to talk about it. So you guys should know better. Come on, don't ask me that question. Am I gonna stop talking about Walking Dead? No. I can get extreme for it. Hell no. Come on. You guys know what we do. Of course we're going to be talking about it. We love the show. We love doing our bold predictions. We love doing our recaps of the show. So all year long, we're going to be doing Walking Dead chats. And on nights that we have some free time, we're going to be playing our own. I feel bad. I want to call it a zombie apocalypse game because I think our game is a little bit different. It's a real-time turn-based strategy RPG you can play live. So, I mean, it's got all the elements, and we have a great time doing it. If you guys don't know what it's about, hang out with us Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. Check it out. All right, so see that Mel the Vulture? That's better than a Quibi ad. I just kind of plugged my own game there. But absolutely. The preview of next week showed that Michonne was tricked going to the island, and the boat they went from is burning. Why did she get drawn away from the others? Well, one, they're very cryptic with Michonne, but from everything that I've heard, they're talking about how Michonne needs justice to her exit. And you hear that with great characters, right? When Andy left, it was like, well, we wanted it to be phenomenal. We want him to go out the right way. So, first of all, I think there's zero chance she dies. I think there's no chance she dies. I'm still going to bet the house on she finds a clue that leads her to Rick. I'm not deviating from that. I've stated several times that I don't think Michonne's going to see Judith again. At least not this season. But I think I think she's going to take a temporary tour to go find Rick. Once she realizes that Judith is in some form of safety. Look, maybe they talk. It certainly feels like it's easier for Michonne to leave for a little bit now. Here's the big question that I had. And this was the mystery that wasn't solved. Because we were talking about Michonne leaving to go look for Rick. And the one question that came up was, well, would she leave her kids to do that? Well, for a week or two, maybe. I mean, maybe she doesn't think she's leaving for a long period of time. So that was the first little bit of pushback. But the second was, how could Michonne leave when Alpha is lurking around and Judith could be in danger? Well, we don't have that problem anymore. So now that Alpha's gone, and I think Daryl will be able to get Judith out of harm's way, and now it's just going to be Beta and group versus our group. I think Judith's out of the fray for a little bit. And I think Judith's going to be the one to sort of radio Michonne. And, Michonne's going to give her one of those, hey, I found something of your dad's and there's a chance. And I think Judith's going to say, it's going to be one of those really touching walkie-talkie type of things. And she's going to say, I'll be all right. Go look for him. Go find him. I think it's going to kind of be like that. And then Michonne's going to leave and end up on the movie. That's my bold prediction. I got to give you guys my bold prediction earlier. Hey, we're just doing reactions, but we are going to dig into the episode a little bit more tomorrow night. We're going to be talking about this all week. The only thing I'm going to ask you guys, stay away from all those crazy clickbait titles. Do not do those any justice. You're just feeding the fire. So if you guys want to get together and you want to talk about the show real time, live, your opinions, our interaction, then hang out with us. We're going to be streaming The Walking Dead 3 or 4 times next week. So I know tomorrow night we're certainly going to be doing an extended review. So tomorrow night we'll be talking about it as well. I am going to, we got about 45 minutes. So as I said, this was going to be extended. I want to thank all of you guys for being here. Thanks for all of your support. It's been an incredible season. We got several more great episodes to go. But the buzz all this week is certainly going to be it's going to be the Negan killing Alpha ordeal. So appreciate everything that you guys do. And on a you guys know I steer clear of a lot of topics, religion, politics, things that I know people use to escape. My sincere, compassionate message to each and every one of you: be safe, be smart over the next coming weeks. That's all I need to say. We got a smart group of people. I care about each and every one of you, and I want everybody to be safe with their families. Thanks for everything that you guys do. We will be here tomorrow night. So look forward to seeing each and every one of you. Have a good night. God bless all of you. be here early tomorrow and hang out with us for a little bit of Play Dead Live tomorrow night. We've got some tag team matches set up for you guys. All right, on the way out the door, everybody, real quick, give this video a thumbs up if you thought The Walking Dead was awesome, awesome, awesome tonight. Thanks. Peace.